my YouTube video. This is how I'll be having live every Wednesday to 8 p.m. GTM time. The topic I will discuss today is, does every diesel mechanic can it repair diesel engine? That is the topic I'm going to discuss in this live today. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so that you can join me in the next live video. 7:45 to 8, just 15 minutes live video. The answer is no, it is not possible for a diesel mechanic to repair all diesel engine. And I'm going to tell you why I am to back it up that it is impossible to repair all diesel engine. I am a mechanic. I work on diesel engine, even including petrol engine. It is an internal combustion engine. However, different manufacturers employ different methods and some little system or principle that make it different from one engine to another. And in fact, I'll tell you why it is almost impossible for you to be able to repair all diesel engines unless you undergo a special training that will allow you to be able to work on every diesel engine as a diesel mechanic. One, you have a two-stroke diesel engine, just like in Detroit. There are some little twitch between Detroit and other four-stroke diesel engine. If you work on Detroit engine that is, we have Detroit engine that is four-stroke engine. We also have Detroit engine that is in stroke diesel Detroit engine, and even the same Detroit engine that is four-stroke. That means if you are not conversant with a two-stroke engine, it will be difficult for you to work on Detroit engine. Like for example, series 92 of Detroit engine, you cannot. It will be difficult for you to work on it. So unless you are aware on how two-stroke diesel engine work. So even though you are a diesel mechanic and you are used to repairing a four-stroke engine, now it has come to two-stroke diesel engine, you find it difficult to work on it. In fact, I could be able to work on two-stroke diesel engine because there are some components that is available in two-stroke engine that is not available, that is not in four-stroke engine. Like for example, like blower, you will not see blower in four-stroke engine. No. So that means the system is different. So if you don't know how to repair a two-stroke diesel engine, you are going to struggle in repairing it. Now let's also talk about, let me go for example, a Caterpillar engine. A Caterpillar engine is a bit different to other engine too. Though the working system is the same, but there's something you notice about Caterpillar engine. If you have been working on Caterpillar, you will notice that for you to time a Caterpillar engine, you need about two timing. You need to time the injection pump and you time your engine. So the timing has to do with, you need to find something to hook. You must, if you want, let me say, you want to injector itself, and before, maybe you go to the fluid side or the back of the firewheel, there is a short nut you're going to lose to hook the crankshaft to. So you can see there's a little bit different. And when it comes to like man diesel, you don't need to hook anything. You go to your the gear system. In the gear system, you see the timing there. Then you can go ahead and time your engine. So that will tell you how different diesel engine is. So for the fact that you are a diesel engine mechanic does not mean that you can work on every diesel engine. Let me also mention another aspect that makes it difficult for you as a diesel engine mechanic to be able to repair all diesel engine: the fuel system. Talking about fuel system, we have common inline injection pump. On that very one, is very easy. But when it comes to common ray injection pump, if you're not familiar with that system, you are going to struggle with that system. If you are used to repairing injection pump and an engine with straight injection pump or rotor injection pump, then when you see a common ray engine fuel system, you always struggle. For example, Cummins. The first time I worked on Cummins 855, sincerely, I find it difficult to synchronize the injection pump. I have to go for several training for me to master a Cummins engine, because Cummins engine has to do with common ray. And when it comes to common ray, the system is a bit different from a normal inline injection pump. So in that aspect too, for the fact that you are a diesel engine mechanic does not mean you will be able to repair every diesel engine. Another aspect I would like to go after is timing, engine timing. If you are not very conversant with a specific engine, you find it difficult to time the engine. Engine timing has to do with you are synchronizing the engine, you are synchronizing the crankshaft, you are synchronizing the camshaft, and together with your injection pump. So these three aspects, these three components, you must synchronize them together. So sometimes in some simple engine design, they are that are using gear, you just see a mark there, and with that mark you can go ahead. You can just go ahead and time it if you know the timing. But when you don't see the mark, and maybe the mark it is not where you think it is, you find it difficult to time the engine. Because if you have used to gear timing engine, then this time you will struggle. Even despite that you are a diesel engine mechanic, you struggle to fix the engine. Let me give you an instance. There is this engine, it has this double flywheel. I think it's China engine. It has double flywheel. You see flywheel this side, flywheel this side. Sometimes it can be two cylinder or a cylinder engine. It has two double flywheel. That engine, if you check the gear, there is no timing there. There is no timing mark. So if you have not used that kind of engine, you cannot time the engine. Yet you are a diesel engine mechanic. So it means that you can only work on the specific engine you are trained on or you are familiar with. Like most mechanics who are into generator are very familiar with Perkins engine. Yes, they know Perkins engine very well. But when you take them out of that situation, that zone of generator, and you take them to like working Caterpillar engine that mostly used in equipment like in dozer, like in other construction machinery, such mechanic will struggle to fix it. Because let me give you an example of 3116 cat engine. If you work on 3116 cat engine, you will know that the system, in fact, is quite a bit different from other engine. Because if you are to fix the injectors, the injectors have to do with you use injector height. But if you know other short method, we usually use caliper to measure the injector height. So if let me say you are working on generator, you are used to Perkins engine, and now you want to work on 3116, then you find it difficult to fix the injection pump. So that is to tell you that the diesel engine fee is very wide. So you can only master or familiarize yourself with some group of engine. You don't have to stick to one. All you need to, you can improve yourself. If you know a specific engine and you know the engine is very common in your area, then you can improve yourself by try to learn one or two things about the engine. One thing is certain, you can fix any crankshaft of any engine. A crankshaft is crankshaft. You know, before you fix a crankshaft, there must be a metal. So there are some basic things that is very common in every engine. Like let me say, you know how to fix a radiator, sure. You know how to put a piston rings, sure. So those are basic things that is very common in every engine. But when it comes to a specific engine, you don't need to learn the timing system. You need to learn the timing system. So if you can learn the timing system, you learn other things about the fuel system and other minor things, then you can go ahead to repair the engine. Do you know that there was a time I want to work on Dodge's engine. I think it's 2011 model, the series 2011. Yes. When I want to repair it, I've assembled the engine and I got to the point of fixing the timing belt. Then I have to go for another training. So I have to consult someone that know it. I pay the person, he trained me on it. Then I learned other things too. That is how I got to know on how to repair Dodge's engine. In fact, that is another feed because Dodge is air-cooled engine. Though we still have Dodge that is water-cooled, but most Dodge acts, they are air-cooled engine. This air-cooled engine is another aspect of diesel engine. So because we have series of diesel engine that are air-cooled, if you're not familiar with air-cooled, you'll just be having a series of overheating. You'll be wondering what is the cause of the overheating. But now there is no water system there. So you have to know what is causing the overheating. So because it is the air that cools the temperature of the engine, not water. So if you're only familiar with water-cooled engine and now you are working on air-cooled engine with overheating, how will you handle it? So that means for the fact that you're a diesel engine mechanic does not mean you can fix every diesel engine. Let me also make mention of something. Look at the issue of sleeve, or you call it liner. When it comes to liner, you will notice that we have some engine has a kind of wet liner, while some are dry liner. If you are to repair a wet liner engine, it means that you need to understand the system between the two.